In this video, we're going to watch as Candace Owens, very public speaker, talks about the problems of modern day feminism.
And when you are learning about feminism, they're not actually teaching you anything other than how to hate men and to see the patriarchy and men putting you down everywhere, right? So when you have that form of psychological conditioning taking place in the school system, you're producing women that see the patriarchy everywhere. It becomes like a paranoia, right? Oh my God, I've asked me to make a sandwich. Oh my God, can I make a sandwich? And then that's it, I'm trapped.
This is definitely facts, right? Because if you don't keep pushing narratives onto people, whether it be man, woman, child, adult, any demographic, right? It could be black people. It happens to black people a lot. Like many narratives are pushed onto them, right? If you didn't do that, a lot of the times people wouldn't even see it as a problem. So something could not be a problem. You push it onto them. They're like, wait, I didn't actually think that was a problem. But they're telling me it's a problem. They're pushing it onto me. My ego is getting pumped up by this. Yeah, this is a problem. So she's actually right with this.
And they're actually not realizing that there actually was an incentive behind you even being taught that. You've never actually lived the life of making a husband a sandwich, and they think that's going to send you back and suddenly you're going to lose your voting rights and you're not going to be able to go get work. There was a time when there was a need for feminism, first wave feminism, right? But first wave feminists would want nothing to do with third wave feminists, which is where we're at today.
Now, this is where I'm going to have to slightly disagree with her on some level and say that the feminism you see today is the spawning or the blooming of the seed that was sowed 100 years ago. When you look at things on a spiritual level, right, especially pertaining to the feminine energy and how it works, when you understand that, where we're at now was the only thing that could have possibly happened. So if 100 years ago, it would have been about 100 years ago when feminism was getting started, even if it didn't happen, many of the things that were given to women that should have been would have been anyway, just because of how civilization is always advancing. So we didn't actually need feminism for that, in my opinion. But what you see today is the first sparks of that poisonous seed. It was a weed, even in its early beginnings, because of how it was always going to end up. But I do agree that many of the women 100 years ago would look today and be like, whoa, this is not what we meant. I think that's true. They would look at women, wanting to go around, conducting themselves in a very, very destructive manner. And they would look at this and go, whoa, this is not what we intended.
Right? Women that think that actually first wave feminists, you could argue, envied men, right? They wanted to be able to go to work. They wanted to have that option to be something outside of the home, right? Now we have that option and we're being told the exact opposite, which is that everything in the home is bad. And that's what you call throwing out the baby with the bathwater. There are some really amazing things. I think the best things that come from being at home.
This is definitely true, because when you look at women complaining about capitalism, modern day work life, struggling, being exhausted because they're always working and stuff like this, many women want a wealthy man to take them out of the workforce so they can be in the home anyway. It's so crazy. But their ego was pumped into climbing the corporate ladder, and she's absolutely right when she says that there was always an agenda behind that.
Sometimes I think we got the bad end of the deal, right? I'm like, wait, we got to stay at home and do nothing and spend our husband's money and somebody complained?
Yeah.
That's a joke, guys.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. There's so many women who want that wealthy man to take care of them, but really all women were being taken care of in the way that modern women want to be taken care of. So it's interesting because the past women before argued for something and created a state that many women are unhappy with, and they think the traditional woman was oppressed, but what they're actually asking for is what the traditional woman had, like the state that she was in, and she also wants a traditional man. So it's very confusing, because what many women are asking for without realizing is the life of tradition before feminism came to manipulate everything. But, I want to know your thoughts on it, right? So do you agree with modern day feminism? Do you agree with first wave feminism and all of that stuff? I told you my stance on it, but I want to know what you think. So comment down below, let Reemus know, and I'll see you in the next video.